What up?
Morning, everybody. How's it going?
Morning.
You know, I always like to tease and kid and talk about being morning at 7 o'clock at night.
There you go.
I didn't even take a nap. I'm good.
Man, I did all day.
You sound a little bit under the weather.
I am bad off, but I'll be all right. It's probably going to be a short one.
Right on.
So we'll do a little catching up, man. And this is a pretty good warm up for me. I'm going back to it tomorrow.
Oh,
So
so you've been out
I've
of
been
commission.
I've been off
Gotcha.
under the covers. But I'm over the fever part. So I still got to I can handle a cough, man, but the fever and all that chills business. I never get sick, dude. So when I do, it just like screeches me to a halt. I
Right
do
on.
handle it.
Yeah.
So I make up for never getting sick by when I do, I'm an absolute huge baby about
Nice.
it. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'll be fine. It's just a nuisance. Like once a year I get sick, maybe.
You know, that's kind of like me. I never get sick, and when I do, I am on deathbed down for the count.
It's the first sick day I've taken at this place in a year and a half since I've been there or whatever.
Well,
Anyway,
I got my own fever and problems over here, dude. You know we talk. I've been watching real international scouts, and I've been soul searching for a real international scout. Why I don't know, but I've always wanted a Bronco, an older Bronco, dude. I'd have to sell my soul, dude, to be able to afford one of those. But these scouts, dude, you know what? You can find one that's decent for a pretty decent price.
I mean, Scout's the OG anyway. Scout inspired Ford to make the I mean, chicken. Which came first, the chicken or the
Chicken
egg?
or the egg?
The Scout did, bro. The
Yep.
Scout came first before the Bronco. And the more I like Broncos, but when you look at some of those older Broncos, the arch is weird on the rear. It's not, to me, it's weird on the rear of some of those Broncos. I don't think mine emulates weird at all up here, but I've seen some older Broncos that have totally weird arches on the back.
We know Dodge did that with their pickup trucks for a while. You know,
Really?
they had some really screwed up looking like wheel wells, kind of like the front of your Bronco up there. That those arches are completely different from each other.
Right.
What? Why? Why?
Well, and I think this one's meant to emulate one that's been chopped up to
Oh,
fix the arches. So, like, the front would have been something you could live with, and the back needed fixed. And so the back is cut up a bunch. And yeah.
oh, I see them up there. It's definitely not the golden arches. I can tell you that. That's
No.
that's the screwed up golden arches.
It a little bit emulates what I'm talking about, but not as much as real
Hey,
life.
hey, Wild Bill, how's it going, man? Mr. Ramsey, how are you, sir? Yeah, see, that's dude. Yeah, come on, give us. Like the arches on your FJ55 there. Those look legit.
And that I had a cut out of Lexan. But so yeah, I mean I have a Bronco, right? I got that one.
You got a Bronco.
I got that one. I would like to have doors and the roof and everything on that. But I'll have to just settle for Scouts because we've got the files, man, and
We do.
we can rebuild him.
Check this out, Broseph.
Yes, man.
Look at that.
Hey, look at
Another
that,
another
dude.
another scout coming to life. This one here is actually for the
Jimmy.
Jiminy. Yeah. Yep.
Jimmy.
I got some just got done putting some Bondo on her, and I used your trick, and holy smokes, that works a lot better with a credit card or a,
Bro, you'll burn
you
through
know,
so much less of it, and it dries faster.
so much easier. So yeah, so that's my next project. I said I wasn't doing another one, but here I am. This one will be sage green with I'm trying to decide if I ordered some because I can't get that stuff here locally off of Amazon. It's called peppered pecan for the cap. I don't know if I'm gonna do that or if I'm gonna leave the cap white. But I think the white cap with the sage green would look good with the white rims. What do you think?
I mean, you can always change it if you don't like it. That nutmeg would look pretty sweet with the green too, though. That whatever peppered.
Yep.
You went to Whole Foods to get the paint. Fancy.
Right?
Uh, yeah, I mean, white's cool. I've done the one white Scout, and it made sense for me to emulate what was out there. If it was just on, I mean, the hood's white too, which is a lot of white on there, but that's what it was. I
It
remember
works.
trouble, bro. The hood was off of the truck at the house, and if you're like 8 to 13 years old and there's a hood laying in the yard,
You go play on it.
I mean, that's an awful lot like a slide.
Put some water on it and slip and slide.
I think it might have been snowing or raining, but I just run and slide on it
Right?
until I got whooped. I got whooped.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I could only imagine.
I
Dude,
got. I mean,
I was
maybe a little bit of communication would have gone a long way because really, like, I was raised like an only kid, and it was just me over there. And hey, don't play on that. Would have been fine. But if you don't tell me, fair game, dude.
right.
I beat the shit out of it, I guess, playing
Well,
on
if
it.
it's laying on the frickin' ground, what do you expect?
I
I
mean,
mean, come on.
I'm a slow learner. So, I mean, I guess I learned the hard way, but I could have learned and retained that lesson the easy way and avoided the trauma. But it's fine.
The trauma.
Well, I mean, I did it. I got it. I deserved it. But maybe tell a guy first.
Right?
You
Yep.
know, no, it wasn't that. It was his dad. His grandpa. It wasn't Joe. Joe would have said, "Hey, man, um, you better not do that
Right.
because Farrell will get pissed." Oh, okay.
I was actually watching everything. You know how it goes when you start talking about something, or you're searching something. Then every damn facet of social media, YouTube, everything is just in your face, no matter where you go. And right now, it is all international scout crap.
Oh yeah.
And I was just watching a video this morning early. This dude was driving down the road with a Scout that he had just got done redoing, and it looked absolutely beautiful. And the damn hood latch failed,
Oh, no.
and he didn't have the roof on it. He just had just the top off of it, and that damn hood came up, hit the top of the windshield, and then folded right over.
There's my. I got the tailgate whited out.
Looks good.
Yeah, that's really about all I need. I need to get my chains on this thing. I got the wipers made. They're ready to go. Chain up this tailgate,
Yep.
and the 54 Chevy is pretty good. That's just been a little bit of an extra thing I wanted to knock out. But man, my trimmer's truck, dude, it's real close.
That's sick.
but I haven't worked on it since the weekend, man. I cleaned up my office really good over the weekend, and then just I could tell Sunday night I was like coming down with something, and so I haven't been in here till right now. And anyway, I haven't worked on it, but this is where I left the trimmer's truck at. It's so close now. Let me get rid of this.
What's up, Ty? What's up, Francis? What's up, everybody? Ryan under the weather. Ryan's been flying IMC.
Does that mean under the covers?
Under the covers, IMC. However you want to say it, brother.
Bro, I've been flying sleep. Check out, I got my wood bits in there.
Looks good.
Little patina action, starting to get the embellishments.
Looking good in the hood, man. That's
Little
sweet.
patina action.
Are you putting
on the windows?
Are you doing just the windshield, or are you gonna do the windshield and the small wing?
I'll do the wing window probably, yeah.
Bro,
unless
on that,
it's in the way of the guy holding it, you know.
Right on. You should do what I did on the black bug truck, bro, and make the windows like halfway down or something on that. The side windows, that'd look kind of cool.
I'm thinking about it, at least on the passenger one. And man, the back end's heavy. It sits a little low in the back, even though I did some tricks. But yeah, I'm happy with it. It's mounted. It drove, you know.
Yep.
So it's cool. And
nice.
I've silvered these out and clear coated them. And there was some work to do there, but I'll dirty good and silver them out.
Looking good. Yeah, I think you need a light dusting of that copper on there. Just a super light dusting.
I got some dusty colors. I'm gonna probably go after it like I did the little one. A little bit of airbrushy.
Yep.
And I so far any patina's been with washes. So I basically mix up a couple browns, real loose, real wet, and just get a section.
Yep.
And then wipe it off.
Yep. It's crazy what that does for a patina. Just that little bit.
It's nuts. And there were some really neat spots where it was pitted, you know, from some of the Bondo work where I knew when I was doing it, I wasn't worried about it because I was like, that's going to hold the dark really good.
Yeah.
When I do it. And so I'm tickled with how like the top of the bed rails turned out and stuff. They're smooth. You can't really see the seams, and I still got battery box and the cover the shock tower kind of stuff to do, but
looks good, man.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's mounted. It's and then after I did those washes, I did a whitewash after that also.
Have you done any more washes with my little trick of the alcohol? The isopropyl?
No. Because and I will probably on certain things, especially gloss paint. But like I'm able to make it do that same thing with white paint cut with water.
Right on.
And have a little bit more control over it.
Yeah.
You know? It worked out good for me. I had to try a few times on that Ford to get it the way I wanted. But I got my bench seats printed off.
Nice.
And this is actually it printed it really slow, so the fidelity is amazing. I've had to update the firmware on Bamboo, and so I don't know if it reset the G codes or what, but I had a roll of support PLA that I haven't ever used because I'm just whatever. I'm just printing it.
Right.
I'm not going to have the supports. I'm not using the AMS to print the supports and then print the thing. It's just print it, whatever. So
Right.
I have a whole roll. I still got more of this basically clear support PLA, and
Nice.
it's actually really strong still, and it's just a seat. So who cares?
What speed did it run at to give you that fidelity?
I don't remember.
Like
It's super
100 or
slow.
150? Bro,
It,
I
here's
know
my guy.
I know I sent you the files, bro, but I wanted to tell you that spot that on those files I sent you a little while ago, that it's real thin. It was actually all the way through right down here. And
Yep.
first thing I did as soon as I brought this damn front half of this truck off the printer is I used that surgical tape, put it in there, and filled that with glue. And then now I got you can see the seam right there. Filling that with Bondo and sanding that to get that smoothed out. But I don't understand why these files sometimes have that, because you can see it on the printer bed when you actually bring it onto the printer and look at it. You can physically see that.
It's crazy. I beefed up mine, from the get go too, with glues and tapes and more glues and filler on top. And I did that Bondo on both sides of it, the inside and the outside of it.
Kirk, man, what's up? Well, I said I wasn't going to do anything with 1/10 scale, but this is a 1/10 scale uh, international harvester, baby.
I like it.
So going to put it on the Jiminy, chassis.
And I'm gonna either put one on a Jimny or a coilover. I kind of want it on a coilover, man. If nobody's gonna buy my Vanquish, then I'm gonna use it.
Absolutely, you should. If you're if you're not going to sell it.
Or my TF2 or my whatever. I've got a few options for that Scout body, but I kind of want it to be on a performer. You know what I mean?
Sure. Absolutely. And you know what? It's cool. You need to do one of these, and then I'm trying to talk Kirk into doing one.
I'm gonna not do
And
the bumpers. I'm not. I'm gonna do completely different, like modern bumpers.
oh, are you?
Yep. Yeah, because
Okay,
that's the
so
only thing that got me. That's the only thing that makes me not trust it to take the abuse.
what are you gonna do on the back bumper? Are you gonna separate out that piece that goes up into the tailgate?
I'll just fill it with a section and then use like a something stock
Right
bumper.
on.
Those
Yeah.
because if you look at that Scout I sent you the picture of, dude, it's all modern stuff, man. So it's a modern, like it's either a
Yeah.
tube bumper or it's some more modern like Diamolo or whatever.
It's more of a true resto mod.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
All right, Kirk says I think I'm in for one. Sweet.
what's
Sick.
the best transmitter to use? The one that you have. I like Spectrum, so that's what I use. I like honestly the DX3s that come with ready to runs are fantastic for what they are. A DX6C is like $160. It holds a ton of models, and you can bind it up to anything that they sell, right? OC, Arma, Axial. So it's a pretty useful radio. Some guys like open source, and so they'll go for other companies' things. I like the Spectrum stuff personally. Ready Set Film asked that. What's y'all's answer to that? Oh, on the air side. The only difference between the 10 and the 10 plus is that it literally says plus on the nameplate on the physical face of the radio. If you have an NX10 with the modern current firmware on it, it's a plus. It just doesn't say it on the radio itself. So my NX10 is from original back in the day, and it's updated to the current firmware. So my NX10 is now an NX10 Plus. So that means I got access to the 20 channels and AS3X Plus if I want to mess with that. So there's no difference. It's just a matter of firmware and vanity.
Ryan, how did they do that? Taking an NX10 and turning it into 20 channels?
They were probably already always there. And so the firmware somehow enables access to what was underneath already, is my guess on that. Like it already had that potential.
Gotcha.
It just like needed turned on.
Gotcha.
Kind of like how when I take ayahuasca, instead of only using 13% of my brain, I'm now tuned into the at 110.
There's a Seinfeld episode in that.
Probably.
Totally is. Totally.
Here's the deal, man. Here's the real deal. You can update yourself silly and worry about keeping up with that stuff. If you like just messing with things that aren't broken, then keep up and chase all that stuff. Every now and then there's something that makes sense to, chase down. If there's some kind of improvement to RF signal or something like that, that's a pretty big deal. So I would maybe go for that. But in general, if it's not broke, I'm not fixing it. I went for years without doing any of that stuff, and only really recently have I caught up on the updates because I wanted forward programming and reverse thrust, and I've also felt the need to know what I was talking about. So I did it. But otherwise, if your stuff is working, it's fine. It's not SpaceX, man. So if you can take it off and land it and it does what you want it to and it works, there's something to be said for that. And if you're an update guy, some guys just love to noodle around on stuff. Go for it. But the second part of that question, yeah, if the receivers haven't been updated, then they're just regular AS3X, which is fine. Unless it's not. So if you're willing, here's my thing is I just want folks to know what they're getting into. So if the bind and flies have gains that are set at the factory for that specific aircraft. So if you're going to factory reset or update a receiver, if you want to make it go from AS3X to AS3X Plus, you need to update it. The factory reset won't do it. But a factory reset and an update basically make a bind and fly receiver act like it's brand new off the shelf. And with that, you're going to have to reset up everything, first time setup, and you're going to see the default gains or what's in the receiver, which are fine, but they are not what it came with if it was a bind and fly. So if you have a bind and fly and you're thinking about doing the update, get in your main monitor menu on your radio, make sure your plane's on so it can talk to the receiver, and scroll over to your AS3X gains and take a picture or write down what you see there if you want to put them back in exactly. Because otherwise, it's going to default to 40, 50, 60 gains for the roll, pitch, and yaw in no specific order, which again is fine. But some people want it to be exactly like it was. I would say if you want it to be exactly like it was, just don't mess with it. I mean, this is sick guy pragmatism right now. Like I got no extra for stupid stuff at the moment, but you can leave it alone or you can change it. If you change it, make a note if you want to put those gains back what they were before you change it. It's easier that way. It's easier to input the correct numbers into forward programming when you're setting up a new receiver than it is to mess with seeking a file or whatnot in relationship to that plane that may or may not exist depending on the age of that plane. You're always going to find a file for the setup, the flight controls, and the dual rates and such. But the AS3X settings are a little bit harder to find. So if they're right there on your radio already, just write them down. Clear as mud. Factory reset is its own thing, man. So you want to update the receiver. A factory reset will wipe out the receiver as it is back to off the shelf. But if it's not an AS3X Plus receiver, it's still going to be a non AS3X Plus receiver when you factory reset it, and you'll be able to start over and go from there. But if you want the AS3X Plus, you got to update the receiver with the SPMA 3065 cable in the Spectrum Beta Programmer app, which is free, and set yourself up a My Spectrum account, which is free. Stuff like that. But man, I'm so tickled with the way this stuff is already that I have the new stuff because I want to know what I'm talking about, but I was happy with what I had before as well. So, yeah.
Again, that's why I love flying my DX8, or I'm sorry, my DX8 Gen 2 with everything that I have. Dude, I don't update it. I don't change anything, and I haven't lost an airplane yet.
It's fine. If it's fine, it's fine. Let it be fine. So sometimes when you have one of those radios that lives on the precipice of a new protocol or whatever, it's fine now. But if you update certain things, you're going to obsolete out certain things potentially.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's better to just keep that old radio and let it work that part of your hangar, that part of your fleet. And, you know, that way you always have a radio if you got to send one in to get fixed or whatever.
Yep.
Dad, the transmitter from the LC80 is not going to work for the trimmer's truck, but I already have you a transmitter that's set up that is for the trimmer's truck already. So you got a DX3 that you'll get with the trimmer's truck. Which is this one. It says trimmers on the tape. So yeah, this is that DX3 that I'm talking about. We use them for all kinds of stuff. They're great.
Dude, those are really good radios.
They're great, man.
Yep, they are.
Even though I have nice radios, like my SCX6s are still all on their original stock radios. I haven't bound them up to my good radio because I like those DX3s.
Yeah, I don't hate them.
They have the thumb wheel on them, most of them.
Yeah, that makes it nice, especially when we're out filming. Holy cow.
So yeah, man. Honestly, it is gonna be a short one, dude. I'm not hot feeling. So about 5-10 minutes, dude, and I'm wrapping it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna get back to standing Bondo.
There you go, dude. I haven't even I felt so, I mean, I got this place all dialed in and cleaned up, dude. And I haven't come in here to start a print or do anything. And I'm going right back to under the blankets, dude.
I don't blame you. Absolutely.
It's the only time I can get away without being productive, dude. Because I mean, I'm remodeling a bathroom at the same time right now a little bit, and I tried to do some of that the other day too, and it's just like, God, you about killed me. You know, you're fine until you get up, and then you're like, shoot.
Yep.
I should have. I should.
And it's, you know, when you're sick, it always seems like, at least for me, it's like, you know, noon, 31 o'clock, you're like, man, I'm feeling great. This is going to be, you know, I'm over this crap. And then about 5, 6 o'clock at night, you start feeling like shit again. And it's like, oh, here we go again. Back down for the count.
I've tried not to take any medicine today, you know, just like vitamin C and some ayahuasca. Just kidding.
Oh my gosh. What's up, Chris? He's got more stuff he's willing to part with.
Yeah, man, me too, man. And marketplace is goofy. Dude, I got this Red Cat priced at 450. It's all trio brassed up. It's Spectrum power system. There's an interior in it. It didn't have one. It's easily $1,000 worth of truck. I'm asking 450. And dude comes at me with a $200 price. And I was like, I mean, it's 450. And the dude started coming at me talking about getting a fourth job and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, are you being funny? Like, no, are you being funny right now? Like fourth job.
Unbelievable.
Like are you gonna guilt me into it? Like what are you talking about? Am I soaking up privilege here that I'm trying to sell off my stuff so I can, buy some airplane files?
Bro,
Maybe.
I hate putting shit on marketplace or anywhere. It's just a pain.
Put it on the
It's
crawler groups. Yeah, man. I feel like I'm spamming them when I do. I just do Facebook Marketplace, but I'm selling my Phoenix. It's a kit built, spectrumed out Phoenix for 500. It's cheap. And
bro,
then
you need to take pictures of some of this stuff and text them to me. I might be able to get rid of one or two of them for you.
bro, it's on Facebook Marketplace, dog. I'll tag you in the post because there's a ton of pictures in there.
I will find it.
If you look at me, you might be able to look at my marketplace. I don't really know. I kind of hate marketplace,
I
but
hate it. But you know what? I've been successful at selling crap on marketplace though. But it's just weeding out the riffraff is a pain in the butt.
do I like the EC 1500? Yeah, man. Back on my channel, there's videos on this channel of the original one and the gray one. Yeah, it's good. I showed you how to do the flap mod by cutting the workload in half to do it. Yeah, man. It's cool.
Yeah, I had an old buddy of mine that had one of those, and I flew it once, and I wasn't like overly impressed with it.
It's cool. I
I
mean,
don't
some
know
people
why,
like
but
it a bunch. It's just kind of all right for me, but I don't get after the twins too awful much. I like the Warbird twins.
it's no Tiger Cat.
It's still Tiger Cat, and it's kind of I like landings a lot, and it's really loud on the wheels.
Yeah, yep, yeah. I was gonna ask Chris, did I see something that you're thinking about printing out a airliner, like a 3D printed airliner? I just saw that the other day.
I had one guy hit me up
Exactly.
on one, and it was when I sold the Traxxas Land Rover the other day, and he got a sweet deal, man. It had the Pro Scale light kit in it, which is $100 kit. Had a little brass on it. That's about it. And man, I think he got that son of a gun for like 350, dude. And he wasn't too far away. I drove and met him. And he didn't give me any grief at all. None.
Was that your like maroon one? Oh,
Yeah, it had real nice Goodyear MTRs and like Method Rhino wheels on it. It was dope, dude.
yeah, I remember that one.
But I just, I don't run them all, dude. I've got a lot of good ones, and even then, it's just like the planes, man. I've had so many great planes I've gotten rid of because space. And I do want to sell a couple of these to. I bought more filament the other day, but I didn't get the lightweight stuff. I just got more regular. But I want to get the files and some lightweight PLA for that Spitfire project.
Like I told you earlier,
Wintertime,
I'm waiting till I'm waiting till wintertime to I am gonna do the Learjet, and there's just so many damn pieces to it. I'm like, you know what? I'm not messing with it until winter. It'll be a good winter project.
Learjet looks awesome, but we were like shopping it the other night and talked myself right out of it. But man, it looks good for an EDF. That one looks so mean, and those tip tanks, dude.
The tip tanks make that. If they didn't have the tip tanks, I wouldn't even mess with it because I got a PJ50 upstairs. It's pretty much the same thing, and it flies fantastic.
I like
So
the Learjet that the fuse isn't so long. I
yeah,
like
the 35 is short.
Yeah, bro. The proportions of that Learjet make it look mean.
Yeah, I was watching some of the air show stuff videos from Oshkosh last week. Do you ever watch any of that?
Yeah.
Did you see the short fused 747 that Pratt and Whitney had up there?
No.
Dude, it's like a one-off, and it's like it's awesome looking.
Nice.
It's a short fuse and just looks awesome.
I like it. Nah, I saw a bunch, but not much. And honestly, like a lot of times I'll doom scroll and watch YouTube, at night. I haven't done that. I know I'm sick when I don't scroll my phone, bro. I,
Yep.
I've seen very little. You know that
Yeah.
game? I do play Wordle. Do you know what Wordle is?
Yes. It's been a long time since I heard about that, but yeah.
My wife and I kind of do it and compete with each other, who can get it in the least amount of time
Nice.
and stuff.
Bree and I just started watching Landman the other night.
What's that?
Dude, you need to check it out. It's almost like a spin-off from Yellowstone. It's on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
And what it's turned out to be a really good show.
Nice.
Yeah,
I haven't
Chris,
watched much
you're right.
modern TV at all, man. We're doing Lost right now. I mean, this is from like 2010 or something
Yep.
time frame.
Hey, Ready Set Films asking if you have a Legacy Turbo Bushmaster.
I do not.
He said, what was it? Did you put 2 airplanes in recently? They went into like fail-safe mode and boom, went in.
Ready Set Film?
Mm-hmm. That's why he's asking about doing the updates and stuff.
Yeah, I probably would. And anytime something weird happens, everybody's guilty of this, but you owe it to yourself before you unplug everything to scroll over and check your holds. Check your holds out and your frame losses and all that. You know what I mean? And honestly, some locations may be the problem because so many people have no problems at all. And then it seems like some repeatedly have issue that they can't explain. And so I have to start thinking it's the location. And it always shows no holds. Well, then it didn't really hit failsafe because failsafe's what happens when you lose signal, and that will show holds. Yeah.
AR-620s, baby, all the way.
AR-620.
Bulletproof.
I mean,
You said Bobby flies them a lot, right?
in stuff that I'd never put them in, yeah.
Dude, I got those things in everything. I had one of them in that stupid Kristen Eagle we were flying out there. Works
Bro,
perfect.
I like that Airbus.
Airbus, what Airbus?
New Horizon Airbus, bro.
Oh. Yeah. Tempted.
I like how it's not stupid huge. And I like the proportions of the 320, the Airbus 320, and you can buy a white version and scheme it up how you want. And
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Especially right now, I'm watching Lost. I might need to do Oceanic 815.
Well, if you're gonna do that, Ryan, just print out the damn Airbus that's on plane
No
print.
way.
Print that
Oh,
out,
man,
and
because
then
I could buy it for what I'd have in the print.
dude, most of those airplanes only take one roll of filament.
It's the power systems on the dualies, though, bro,
Oh, well, that's true. Yeah,
and the retracts.
yeah.
So, like I told you the other night, I'm more inclined to print something you can't buy, just like with these trucks. So, or that you refuse to buy because of whoever maybe supplies it. But like, and I'll ignore that sentiment and go ahead and do a Spitfire though all day. So, I mean, I'm full of shit. I mean, let's just be honest. But, really, stuff you can't really buy. I mean, I won't print off a 320 if I can buy a 320, but I can't really buy a Learjet. So making a Learjet's cool. And
That's why
I like the idea of a 1.7 meter Spitfire. Isn't that what it was? 1.7? Yeah,
I don't remember.
it was 1.7 or 1.8. Either way, it's still bigger than the Flightline one.
What did you say I forget the free wing, the AL-37. What's that got for fans?
I think it's twin 70s, dude.
Well, you know what then? After what I did to that damn thing that day I landed out there at Airfield, I'm gonna rip all the electronics out of that thing when I do the Learjet, and I'm putting all the electronics, the lighting, everything, landing gear, the whole damn 9 yards is going into that Learjet.
Awesome.
I mean, why not? You know? I don't really want to fly it anymore.
Hang it up, static model, man,
Yeah, and just rip everything out of it.
and make you one you like.
That's right.
I think I'm pretty pumped up about the idea of a hard, stiff Spitfire that size.
Yeah, that's a cool looking bird, especially with the split flaps.
Yeah, man. And man, I already know, like, I'll use the power system for like a Carbon Z T28 on it or something.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
Actually,
sweet.
I have extra motors in ESC. So it's really the retracts is all and servos.
Bro, if you got that V1200 motor, an extra one of them, that's what I would run
Bro,
with
I
my.
got the V1200 motor. I got a Power 60, a Power 90 loose that I could choose from. I think the Power 90, bro.
You know that Power 90. I think that's what's in my Chris Eagle. We talked about this a while back.
I think it might be.
I'm pretty sure it is. And quite frankly, I think that thing could actually use more power.
I could see that. And I want the Spitfire to have authority, but it doesn't have to be stupid. It's just gotta, and that's going to be prop. You know, like whatever. I'll have to look up the KV on that 90 and see. But I mean, I think even the power system for the 1.6 Spitfire from Flightline would be appropriate in the 1.7. It might be a slight underwhelming, but what's nice about it is the spinner and the prop's going to work. If you know what I'm saying?
Yep,
You
100%.
I'll look at their motor and spec it next to my 60 and my 90 and see which one's like better. And then it's never as easy as it sounds because I learned this early with the planes. It's like, man, you've got a lot going on. You've got the depth of the motor and where it's coming in and out at. You've got the size of the shaft, the size of the bore on the prop, blah, 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 all this and that.
The cant of the motor, of how, down and to the right, or, and how many degrees. There's a lot that goes into that.
All that. All
Where
that.
the EDFs may just screw them in there and go.
Yeah, the EDF.
Straight in.
The EDF still has some of those forces to deal with, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's way shorter. Like the throw of the blade they're way shorter.
Your P factor is way less.
Way less.
Way less. Chris, have you seen the minimum RC 30 millimeter EDF jets? No, I have not. Is it a website or just Google that? Minimum RC 30 millimeter. Huh. Need to look that up. Oh, gee. Look what comes up on my screen. Huh. Scout.
Sick.
Unreal. I'm living in Scout world over here. I don't even know why I'm talking about printing the damn EDF jet.
Right, because you're almost done with another little.
Because I'm living on bringatrailer.com, man. That's what it's called. Bringatrailer.com, man.
Man, we should do one. We scratched the surface talking about this other day, just you and I. But man, I was telling you, I was like, some of the time I spend on these trucks, these little ones, I could have got somewhere on a real one.
I know that's my problem is I'm trying to decide which way I'm going to go. I'm not going to do it yet.
We can learn how to weld on my truck, man. It can
My-
be, we can make a mess out of my truck, dude.
My problem is capacity space right now at the moment. And at some point there's got to be a barndominium out in the middle of nowhere where I can have a pole barn, I can have a crawling course, I can play with my bashers, and I'll have a runway for my airplanes, and then I can finally play with those, you know?
And you know, I wanted that every time we moved. I've moved 3 times since in the last 12 years. And every time I wanted someplace with some property, dude. And it just didn't work out because I wanted that.
Yeah. Yep.
I think I'd have ever quit flying, and I never would have done the hobby shop stuff if I were to have had that kind of space.
Yep. Exactly. And that's why I'm trying to decide where I was going with this was when I finally get the property and be able to play with all of this crap, this RC crap, I'm just going to say it, then I'm going to be like hot to trot for something that I can tear apart, take the body off of, full size Scout, and do a ground up resto to it. And then I won't mess with any of this crap anymore.
I'm telling you what you do. You get a thing, you get a LS still on a frame, dude. And then you just shorten frame up if you need to and let it be. Everything on just put the old body on something, because who cares if you're not going to SEMA and you're not doing restorations where serial numbers matter, then do what is easy to maintain.
Right. Yep. Do what you want.
I see so many cool old trucks that have brand new F250s or Chevy this or GMC that frames under them.
Yep.
And that's not what they were. That's not what they are. But they put something under there that they can get stuff for.
But you know what? Hey, what exactly? That doesn't cost you $250,000.
Yeah, newer Jeep frames, you know, for the guys that want straight axles front and back.
Yeah,
that works underneath all kinds of stuff.
I just watched a video earlier. Jay Leno was talking to some, I don't know, damn game show host. I didn't know who it was. And he had this dude build him or his wife a Scout, and it had like Jeep JL front and rear axles underneath it. The braking system was Jeep. The steering column was Jeep. He customized everything inside this Scout, and it was half Jeep, half Scout. But this thing was beautiful, and they made the point that they had over $800,000 apparently into this thing. It took this guy 3 years to do this Jeep or the Scout, and I'm thinking to myself, there's no Scout out there worth $800,000. Sorry.
He must have had to pay somebody to turn every nut.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Because that kind of money you could get, bro, for less than 50,000, you can get one that's already done up.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
just drive it, plug and play.
Yep, exactly. Do remote receivers help that much? I
They're
had
supposed
one
to.
I had one airplane I had a remote receiver in, and I had problems with it. I took it out, got rid of everything, and put the old trusty six AR 620 in it, and it was fine. I just wonder if it isn't where the location you're flying out there by SeaWorld in San Diego.
And man,
There's
here's
got
the
to be
thing.
something there.
Compatibility. Like if it's the wrong remote receiver, then yeah, it won't work well. It may work enough to let you think it's working, but you got to do the homework and check compatibility and cross reference with the receivers you're using because there is so much growth of innovation in the hobby that things become obsolete. And so you got to make sure you're using the right remote receiver for the right receiver. You know, it's got to be cross compatible. And some of them aren't. It depends on what they
Are,
are.
are you needing the AS3X and the everything that comes with that? Because if you don't, I'm telling you, jump out there and get yourself an AR 620 and try it. Dude, I'm stuck on that stuff because you know what? All this other electronic stuff and what you guys are talking about, I, I mean, sometimes I think, is it really worth it? I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
gains and all the electronic gyro stuff and all that.
you get a bind and fly and leave it alone. It's fine. It just bind it and fly it. It's already got the stuff in there. You don't have to turn on safe if you don't want. You'll have AS3X. So what?
Right, just leave it.
You can't hardly tell it's there and send it.
Yeah, he
Um,
doesn't need
and
it.
the
So
only difference between the 637 and the 631 is the telemetry. I mean, it really is the same receiver. It's just there's the 631 doesn't have the potential to add satellites on, where the 637 does, and it has telemetry and stuff. Man, I don't need any of that crap. I got a timer on the radio, dude, and I'll set it, and I can set the telemetry warnings for battery stuff, and I can set the timer for time.
yep.
Um, yeah, I mean, if you're having trouble with signal, like I would definitely explore the remote receiver and other locations, maybe. I mean, that shouldn't be happening, right? And if you already
Yeah.
send in your and I mean, if you already send in your radio and they said it was fine, then I mean, it is. They know what they're doing, where they repair them and inspect them. You know what I mean? But they can't emulate your exact location. So there's some factors that, are unable to be repeated because they're not at your spot. And especially if it is your spot, that might be the issue. And that's the worst thing about the planes is when you don't know why things are happening. Because we can all say, all right, I dumb thumbed it, whatever. I'll take the heat on that. But yeah, remote receivers are going to be good to just give you an extra redundancy. And yeah, antenna orientation is huge. And certain planes, that stuff is all hiding behind a big monster battery. The signal comes out from the radio like a cone. And so the center is weirdly almost the dead spot. So if you're on the downwind coming into the base leg, in a way, that's the weakest spot because depending on where your receiver is, if it's behind the battery and you're in that cone and it's facing you, you got to get through that battery and to the antenna wire to keep that signal in an already maybe suspect location.
Hmm.
So antenna orientation is everything. I've stuck antennas out the side of fuselages before. You can't see them in the air. They should be 90 degrees. Um, I'll poke them out the side. I've also just left them in there. It just depends. And if I were having trouble with signal, I'd definitely be poking them out the side.
Are there so is this a flying field or is it just a private place that you're flying at, or are there other people that have the same problems? You know, kind of curious. Yeah, there's a lot going on over there in San Diego, like Chris said, for sure, right around there. Yes, it's so do any other guys have the same problems as what you're having? I mean, I'd be curious. Hmm, that's crazy. But, like my one Surface radio, I was having intermittent problems with it with my big Creighton 8S up at the hobby shop a couple years ago, Ryan, when we were up there running it. It would lose signal. And then I come back home that afternoon and put my original what's that, DX3, right? The the original radio back in and took it back up there and had no problems at all with it.
Huh. Yeah, man, it's wild. And there at
Oh,
the fun park, there was a ton. I mean, there's a radio tower right there up the back of the place.
yeah. And you and Bobby never had any problems ripping it up there, did you?
No.
Yeah. So yeah, he's seen other guys have the same problems. And they're using Spectrum stuff like, what we're talking about, and, E-flight airplanes with, AR-631s and things in there. Oh. So the old trusty DX8E. So why would he be having problems, Ryan, with the NX10 versus no issues really with the DX8E? That's weird.
No idea.
Yeah, everyone uses Spectrum. I don't know. I'd be hanging the NX10 up and using the DX8E.
I might too, man.
That's why I'm still, like I said earlier, I'm still flying on a DX8 Gen 2, and I absolutely love that. I got 38 birds upstairs and have flown all of them except for one, and had flown quite a few of them a lot at multiple places and never had any issues. Never.
Yeah, the 80 doesn't have voice. Yeah. I mean, the E is for economy or like in the entry level in a way. So it's not going to have voice. Yeah.
Go find yourself a nice
mine up, dude. I never wanted mine talking to me, but that's fine.
Does your DX9, does it talk to you?
I don't remember. I haven't had a DX9 forever. I got the NX10 and the NX7 now.
Because I'm trying to think. I don't think my DX8.
I've always turned myself. Your DX8 probably can talk if it's got updates. Your DX9, if you had one, probably can talk if it had updates. Like I said, I wouldn't know because I shut mine up because I was making all these videos, and the last thing I wanted was some robot voice interrupting me.
What, they don't have English ladies on there you can pick, like cell phones? Come on.
They did, but I don't want anybody I mean, bro, I'm trying to talk. I'm making a video. Like, come on.
Right.
I mean, they got rid of the NX6 because they were working on the NX7. So there's no need for the NX6 if you've got the NX7E now. I mean, you got the 7E, the 8, and the 10, and then on up into, I mean, there's an NX20, I think, and then the IX stuff too. So yeah, I just don't think there was a need for the 6, especially if it was like, I think what happens is the 6 was $40 or $50 cheaper than the 8. Who's buying the 6?
Do they still have the NX6E? The economy one? They do, don't they?
The DX6E.
Oh, the
Yes.
DX6E. Yeah, okay.
But I mean, it's not going to need to be around much longer because the NX7.
Right.
So they're
Yep.
not going to make stuff that you don't need anymore.
Yep. Yes, sir. Well, brother, you're about ready to go take it easy, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm about wore out on the radio of it all.
And I'm gonna take advantage of it and go start sanding on my Scout.
Yeah, man, do it. I mean, the thing about an NX20 and IX, high channel radios is like, yeah, with an 8 you can do this thing and make it have the potential for 8 or basically 20 channels. But on the higher up radios, you've got more switches and sliders and stuff to help do it. There are limitations, and you do get what you pay for. So most of us don't need 20 channels, man. Like I've I've never needed more than 9. That was air brakes and leading edge slats and everything else on something, or like Taylor-ons. Like one time out of all the stuff I've been flying, I've never needed more than like 9 channels. So most of the time it's like I'm good with what they give you. And the safe operates in a 7th channel. It's kind of like for free, where it's not gobbling up a spot on your receiver, but your radio needs to be able to handle it. And that's why an NX7E is better than a DX6E, because you start getting into the point where you're running out of channels on the older systems, because they would have physically taken up a channel to accommodate safe. So if you got like a DX6E, now all of a sudden, in a way, you have to pick your favorite child: flaps, retracts, or safe,
Do you
or
not want safe, or do you want retracts?
figure it out and figure out wiring things in together, or double assigning functions, which gets to be a lot for somebody who's doesn't have a lot of time in it.
Hey, that F86 you got, is that 7 channel? It is, isn't it? Because you've got speed brakes on that.
It's got, yeah, man. It's got.
Or is that considered 8
I
technically,
can't
because
remember,
it's got
bro.
the safe?
It is kind of 8 because
Right.
now here's the deal. I didn't break apart my flaps in the air brake, so they're coming
They're
in
coming out at the same time.
same time, bro.
Gotcha. They share the same channel.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Let me
Francis, channel 21's for the drink shaker. Channel 22's for the stir. Rolls RC, what's up?
let's see, man. F86.
Hey, Ty, is that Aronica Champ still in one piece that you bought?
Yeah, man. I just got the flaps.
So technically with safe, that's really only a 6-channel bird then. Technically. 7 if with safe.
Safe counts. It just doesn't gobble up a channel.
Right. So you're technically you're realistically 7 channels on that.
Yes, and if I split out the air brake from the flaps, it'd be 8.
Yep.
And then if you were doing Taylor-ons, you would need another couple or another one.
Yep.
I forget what receiver I got in this. Hold on. And because that's probably why I'm doing what I'm doing, is it's a 6-channel receiver, and I don't have the wherewithal to do what I want to do. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Dude, this jet's amazing though, bro. The Viper 90 is amazing.
You get all of them, don't you?
Oh, bro, I got an 8-channel in here now. I get an 8-channel in here, and so I could have the air brake on a separate channel.
Gotcha.
But I don't think I do, because all I see is channel 1 through 6 being plugged in. But I could split it up and have a so I think what it was is that I had a 6-channel in here at first, and then I took it out and put in this.
Gotcha. Makes
So I'm
sense.
still set up the way I was set up, even though now I have enough channel. It was
separate.
something where I didn't want to put an 8-channel. Whatever I swapped with definitely didn't deserve an 8-channel receiver. So I was like, well, let me put it in this one.
Makes sense. Yeah, so you have that ability to separate those out.
But I don't need to, because it was fine for me.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point?
I'll
So I asked Ty how the Aranca Champ's holding up. He said he tore the tail rudder pulling it out of a small tree in my yard. Ha! Sweet. Dude, those little bitty UMX planes, they don't like trees very well.
They love trees. What are you kidding? They can't get enough of them.
The wind blows and you rip an elevator or a rudder off because they're taped on.
Scotch tape's all you need to fix that.
I know, but dude, I got a brand new what do I have upstairs in the box? It's brand new. I've never flown. It's one of the UMX. I think it's one of the turbo timbers. The second gen. I'm the second gen of timber.
Oh, the blue and white one?
The red and gray and black one.
Oh, the 1.5. That's the evolution.
No, it's UMX. I got three UMX timbers upstairs.
What color?
They're red, black, and gray, if I remember right. They're UMX timbers.
That's the OG ones then.
They're the OGs. Yeah. I've got one that's orange and black, which was the OG, the original timber, UMX, and then the turbo timber. The second one was their turbo timber.
Right.
Yeah, so I got two of those. One's still in the box, brand new. I've never wrecked. And the other one I used to, I got video somewhere of flying around upside down inside my work building.
Nice.
Going around beams. That didn't last very long.
The 90 millimeter just has some better shocks, bigger flies better. I mean, that's the thing on the Viper. I've got videos of all this stuff though, man. But yeah, check out my 90 millimeter video. You'll learn how to not set reverse thrust to the same channel as your safe.
Oh, I remember seeing that when you did that.
Yep. I should have lost it. I should have lost it, bro. But
hey, do you have one of those UMX Cirrus? No.
No, but I got the big one. The red and white one.
I remember seeing that. The day that you flew my Prometheus, we were out at Grissom Middle School. You had that out there.
Yeah. It's neat. It's cool. Yeah, man.
I actually have a new air tractor main gear coming, because the one that I've got, I've bent that thing back in place. That gear is so weak. And I'm like, you know what? I love flying that airplane so much. I need to buy another one before they discontinue it, and then I can't get it.
It's a good plane.
I wish they'd come out with a Carbon Z version of that.
It's surprising how good it is, because you look at it and you're like, yeah.
Flies on a rail.
It flies really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
That and the RV8, those are probably two of my favorite 1.5s.
That RV7 is
RB7. Is that
it's not even 1.5. I think it's like
Is it like 1.3?
not that big.
1.2?
Yeah, it may be 1.2. That was
Yeah.
my only complaint, dude, was I wished it was bigger because it flew amazing.
Yes, it did. One of my favorites for that small of airplane. I got one of them. I keep telling you that we need to go flying at some point, but I've got like a brand new the 850 millimeter pits. You ever flown one of them?
No, but I've flown little biplanes.
I'm not a fan of it.
They're tricky, bro.
It's crazy. Like
It's
the old original
gotta man
Ultimate,
it like a touch and go, dude.
it flies nothing like those Ultimates. Like I got the OG Ultimate Bipe, the orange and blue one.
Mhm.
Man, that thing is awesome to fly. But that 850 millimeter pits, not a fan.
It's too small, man. I mean, the big pits, which is identical to it, that FMS makes, the 1.4 55 incher, is amazing.
Yeah, you had that out the day we made in the Eagle.
Yeah.
Yours. Yep.
Yeah.
I can't.
And I used to love my pits until I flew your Eagle. And then I was like, damn.
Yeah, but I mean it's balsa compared to,
I
foamy.
know, but dude, the Eagle felt awesome. But yeah, I still like my pits. And being a little, bigger, it's amazing compared to a little one, dude.
And you actually didn't mind, surprisingly enough. I must have read the frickin' book on that, but the Prometheus, you actually felt like my Prometheus actually flew pretty good. Because at first you were like, I don't want to fly, I'm not a fan. And I'm like, no, try it. And you actually said it flew pretty good.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain we had ours loaded up with a brick in the front, and you were probably a lighter battery or back some, and it actually flew way better.
That 5,000 success all the way forward in that.
Well, when we flew it, it was the old 5,000 brick Admiral before. This was a bigger 5,000 than any of the 5,000s we see now. The
Gotcha.
5,000 I'm talking about was basically the size of the 7,000s
Oh,
or
geez.
a 6+ thousand milliamp deal. Yeah, the 5,000s now are like the size of the old school 4,000s. So it
Probably
was
why.
quite a bit different deal.
Yep.
And
That's
yeah,
and
I
and
think
I I feel like my Kristen Eagle, I mark everything when so whenever I like I do at least do this when I don't take the time to do the elevator flat mix, I at least do this. I measure, I'll put two dots back on the wing on the bottom side of whatever, or on the top side if it's low wing, of where the CG is actually at. And then I will actually put a battery in and find that CG and get it just a hair nose heavy, just a hair. And then I take a black magic marker and mark on the inside where that face of that battery's sitting at in the tray. And then I'll write what, if it's a 3S or 4S airplane, I'll do both and then just write 3S here and 3S,
yeah,
4S.
that's a good
So
idea. Yeah,
I
yeah,
do that on everything. So that way, then when I get to the field, I'm just like, chuck it and go crash it. Let's go.
right. Some things it's pretty obvious where it's going to be, and then other things it seems a little more critical. And um, yeah, man. Typically on CG, I just wing it. I've
Well,
marked, I've
you've
marked some, but
you've flown enough airplanes. You can do that.
bro, I mean, the fat of the wing is it. It's the fat of the airfoil. It's generally always the fat of the 1/3 max chord, man. It's unless you got a true laminar flow going on, which you're not on a model. The fat of the airfoil, it's usually where
That's
the
where it
spar
says.
is. It's the
Yep.
back of the landing gear mounts. It's always fairly similar. On jets, it gets weird right? Because it is way the CG on a jet may be where it looks like there's no wing at all.
Yep.
It may be very narrow there.
Yeah.
But even then, it gets to a point where it's making sense too. And those are the ones that I would mark or remember, where I put the battery. A lot of times
Yep.
there's even a landmark in the compartment, so to say,
Yep.
where it's like, yeah, I'm hanging this over this much, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you know what surprised me was like my free wing, my F16 when I made in that. I was a little nervous about that, but I was like, dude, this thing flies fantastic.
Which
It's
one?
such the 90 millimeter. It's the OG. It doesn't have the upgraded motor in
You have
it.
the battery all the way back in it.
I don't remember.
You about have to,
I do not remember.
which seems contrary when you're coming from Warbirds.
Exactly.
And Mike and I learned the hard way the battery needed to go back because we started with it up. And then the thing was a nightmare.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We worked it out, but it was just coming in so hot. And we
Yep.
worked it out. And that video we made is fantastic. It's probably still on their page. But we did a 90 millimeter F16 video, and it was pretty good. But man, big heavy batteries way forward. And we had crazy we did flapperons and the mix was nuts. And it was mostly because we were carrying way too heavy a nose weight. And then when you get, further along in the hobby, you realize like the 70 millimeter F16s, it's a little more honest. If your nose heavy, it's like, man, you can really tell. And so, and then enough people had those 70 millimeter E-Flight F16s that it's like, man, battery all the way back, battery all the way back, battery all the way back. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. And then you see guys flying it and being able to really slow it down. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, let's try it.
Did you ever fly any of those with elevons? Did you mix elevons into any of them? No.
No, because man, the minute I were to, guess what? How'd you do it? How'd you do it? It's so much easier to be like, how'd you say? I still get questions all the time. How'd you set it up? Man, page whatever in the manual, dude.
Yeah.
Question answered. Done.
Yep. Yeah, dude, I'm getting the fever to go out and fly. We need to go. We need to go fly.
As soon as I can get over myself, I'm down. I have some cool stuff, man.
Yeah, let's go.
I got some cool stuff. I'm sure these companies wouldn't be mad to see us shine a light on it. Like, I like talking about it. Like, fly this F86, fly the Sportix, I got every one of the Vipers, 64, 70, 90. Let's get some of these done because then I can get rid of them. Some of them have never seen the light of day, so I want to get videos on them so I can get rid of them.
Bro, speaking of CG, I know you want to get going, but
I'm all right.
I was really
ready set.
I was super worried about my Carbon Z T28 because I painted that. That was the OG, and I painted it yellow.
Yeah.
So I put some weight on it, and I put a 5,000, tucked it all the way forward, and I could barely keep the nose on the ground, just sitting. And I wound up actually adding some nose weight all the way up front by the firewall. And I'm a little nose heavy on it, but man, I mean, it flies like on rails. Huh?
You still tail heavy a little or nose heavy?
No, it's still kind of a little bit teeter on the nose, but
that's okay though. So
like
yeah,
what
paint is crazy. You don't think it's going to add up, but it really does. And what you have to think about too, when something's got a fulcrum, the farther you get from the fulcrum point, the more that little bit of weight matters.
Yep. It increases a lot.
So the tail's way out there on the end of that beam.
Yep.
So in all those surfaces, top and bottom, and they're vertical and horizontal, and the fuse itself, and it's way past the fulcrum point.
Yep.
So a little bit out there does a
All
lot.
the way.
And then you're from the front, it's a shorter beam. So to compensate for what you did back here,
Yeah, you got to do up here.
You got to do more of it up front because you're on a shorter beam.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's like you take a can of spray paint and it's like it's heavy, and you're putting a lot of weight on that thing. But anyway, so I had to add weight to the nose of it to really. CG's fine, and I've flown it a few times and it's fine. But I had to put a decent amount of weight up front, right behind the firewall. But I was worried about that after I painted it. I'm like, man, I should have checked this before I painted it.
Yeah. So a little bit of nose weight will fix it. And then also just down trim some.
Yeah, I didn't have to.
Yeah. I mean, if it's flying, fine. I mean, but yeah, it's easy to think, well, I put the paint on everything, so shouldn't it be the same?
Mm-mm.
I mean, shoulda, woulda, coulda. So what? What really matters is what are you dealing with? Like what? Okay, you think it should have done this. Oh well, but what is it though?
Right.
And, okay, it shoulda, woulda, whatever. What is it now?
Yep.
And deal with that because that's what matters, not the semantics of if you should have been right or not. There's all kinds of factors that come into play. You maybe should be right, but it didn't work out that way. The can was getting light when you got to the front. Who knows?
Yep.
You started at the back. You put more coats on the back. Again, the back is longer.
It's endless, but if you paint something, you got to pay attention to that because it will change.
It changes big time. I mean, I saw James put in a F-18 just because he put on 3D printed ordnance.
Oh, no kidding.
Over the phone stuff.
Yeah, makes sense.
Bro, he didn't change a thing. And then it was a mess.
Wow.
It was a mess.
That's
you gotta handle that. But yeah, as long as that thing settles in nice, you're fine. If it's a little light on the nose, I mean, a little bit of CG's, a little bit of dead weight's okay.
It flies fantastic. Yeah, there's my OG.
Nice. I love mine, bro. I want to FPV those, man.
I would actually like to fly mine, and then you fly yours, and then we just trade places. You take mine up, and I'll take yours to see if it flies any different with the extra paint. Because I'd probably put 2.5 cans of spray paint on there. What's a can of spray paint weigh? It's got to be pretty close to 10 flying weight. It's probably 10 pounds, maybe a hair over.
It says 12 ounces a can. So of course, part of that's the can. But imagine adding 2 cans of soda to your airplane.
Yeah.
If a soda is like 12 fluid ounces or whatever, the spray paint can said 12 ounces. Basically, 2 12-ounce cans of pop on your plane.
That's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, dudes, I got to show these guys this. We got flying guys in here. So this is me as a kid with my Kyosho Wingmaster 10, I think is what it was.
Nice.
I hadn't flown it yet. There was no motor on it yet. And look at this, bro.
That's cool.
I still got it.
That's awesome.
And I want, something I want to do over the winter is convert it to electric. Put electric on it and
Man,
fly it.
can you make a new one and leave that one alone and make one new electric?
Probably. You know what? I could probably 3D print the cage,
That's what I
the
mean.
fuselage.
That's what I mean.
I could scan it.
Scan it.
That's a good idea.
You could take the motor out of it and stuff and scan it. Or just scan it with it in there and then you gotta hollow it out to put an electric motor in there.
I would just scan it.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get rid of what we need to.
Figure out a way to mount the motor inside that fake, leave it vintage looking like fake internal combustion engine, but it's electric.
Oh.
You put a carb in the spokes.
Yeah. Print out the 3D print the motor.
Yeah.
And
But put the
waller it
electric
out.
motor in there.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
You could hide the ESC and the servos or whatever in that, maybe.
Dude,
I mean,
can't
obviously,
believe
there's servo mounts already that are externally out there. So, I mean, use those. But for the ESC and the motor, it could be in that IC,
Yeah, because that little black, this little black box underneath the wing is where the servos and receiver and everything goes. Yeah, it's down in the basement. I was like, screwed, I'm gonna fly this damn thing.
Was it a slow flyer or was it peppy?
I don't remember. I think it's like an OS 15 on it. It was. I don't know. I can't say. I mean, I was only like 7 or 8 years old when I flew it.
Something like that, bro. It needs it's so ugly, right? But it's awesome. and there's loads of opportunity to put suspension on it, dude. You need a solid rear axle with shocks. Talk about Mike Patey, dog. Mike Patey has that old KO show.
Dude, I was just thinking of that Draco landing gear.
You could do it.
Yeah, the front nose gear has.
Let's see.
Let me see if. Hang on. Let me go back to the other picture. It may show it better. Where is it? Nah, you can't see it. It's actually got wire with coiled spring wire going to each side of the nose gear, but the nose gear doesn't turn. It's like you point it and it's going that way.
Okay.
And hence another reason why it would probably make sense to make another one and just update it.
Bro, put a trailing link there, dude. Steering tiller.
Yeah.
It could turn. It could have suspension. And then the back.
Dude, it's something that you don't see when you go to the flying field, I mean, I've seen a couple of them in boxes out there on eBay and stuff, but that are new. But I'm like, dude, I just want to send it. If I kill it, I kill it.
That's a throwback, man. That might be a cool one.
That's a good idea. I'll have to 3D scan that damn thing.
Make it out of aluminum.
Oh, I got enough aluminum rod downstairs to do it. That's all it is. The whole thing's aluminum.
Dude, make it a Tundra. Make the wing bigger, and put big bush tires on it.
Dude, I need to make this a tail dragger. And put big Tundra tires on it. That's another day, another project.
Yeah, that'd be easy with what you got there to start with.
Didn't I show that to you and Bobby when you guys were here? I thought I did.
You might have.
Thought so. I don't remember what it flies like. I was only 7 or 8 years old when I flew it a couple times, and then that was it.
Yeah, I didn't fly anything till I was grown, dude. I only saw control line happening. But I was never close to it.
Is that what Wild Bill had the other night for Monday night? He showed a little green airplane at the
I didn't see
beginning
it.
of his real flight gig.
I was down for the count, bro.
I saw it the next morning because I was down for the count, but it looked like it had he had wires coming off of it. It looked like a small control line airplane.
It probably was then.
Is he into control line stuff?
I think a lot of guys have some kind of affinity for it because they may have started there,
Yeah.
with that. So that's probably what it is to the bell crank in there.
Yep.
John, I'm selling my Vanquish and my Red Cat. Or not.
Sell, sell, sell. Everything's for sale.
Wrights says he's building a control line plane for his buddy. I gotcha.
Okay.
Nice. I'm on dip though, dudes. I stayed on longer than I meant to. Getting back under the covers, man.
Right on, man.
The purple, it's on my marketplace, man. It's the purple 10 scale Gen 8. It's all treeled out in Spectrum, brushless, ESC. The light kit's in it, treeled out, Portal Gen 8. Yeah, and if I don't have to ship it, I can knock off like $50. All right, dudes. And yeah, there's some other crawlers I'll probably get rid of too, but I can't stand the thought yet. I don't want to trade, bro. I got enough stuff. I want funds to buy more filament.
Yeah, it's hard to part with these things because they become like your kids.
And I don't want to trade because if I was just gonna, I'd just keep it, Like my Willys wagon, like I don't want to get rid of it. I want to sell the body, but I don't want to sell the chassis. It's so I ran it the other day, bro, just out on my rocks. My Willys wagon.
Yeah, I saw the video.
Oh yeah, I put it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the reef servo, dude. It's 2-in-1 brushless. It's dynamite, And that's why I was thinking, man, maybe that's what I put the Scout on or whatever.
Yeah, I went with the Gemini chassis just because of the leaf springs.
And I'm thinking I got that Chevy little one that'll go on a Jimny.
Chevy.
I printed the 55.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Yep.
I printed that 55 out small, and that one's going on leaf spring. And I'll probably put those small tires that I got for my first Land Rover. Remember those skinny little boom racings?
Yep.
I'm gonna put them on that Chevy on the leaf springs.
Oh.
Then I won't have to cut any arches or nothing.
Yeah, because you know what? I'm glad you said something about that because I actually took a screenshot when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this Scout body on this chassis. Dude, check this out, man. I thought about doing that. That's kind of pimp.
It is.
And those little tires would look great on it. I mean, that's what they are.
Yes, they would. And then it's super pedestrian though. But that's cool.
And
not all of these have to do a lot of things. We've got stuff that does it all. So it's cool to have something that doesn't sometimes.
I'm thinking I would probably have to reorient the axles back above the leaves if I use those small little tires.
Yeah, you might need to do something.
Just to get the ride height right.
You might need to do something.
But I'm not doing it with this one.
Let me look at this thing, dude. Hold on a minute. I never finished this. I just got it mocked up.
I've got a 110 scale bug truck sitting downstairs in pieces that I printed out and never did anything with.
This thing is gonna take so much finish work, though. That's why I just haven't
Yeah,
done anything.
it's a good winter project.
Yeah, except for that sand and stuff I like doing outside.
True.
Let me see if I can mock it up real fast. I just want to get a wheelbase measurement on it because I think I did mock it up before and it was like too long. It needs everything.
What is our wheelbase on the base camp kit?
The base camp's more like a 12.3, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
Like legit, like crawlers are, but our Jimneys are 13s. See what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Just a hair over 13, I think, is what it was. What's up, Lyndon?
Yeah, this is way too long.
What's up, Craig?
Yeah, this is too long.
Did you? Oh, you screwed it up on the scale?
Yeah,
What is it roughly?
bro, it's stupid. It's gonna be,
Oh no, 15 and a half.
it's like 14 and a half.
Ooh.
Let me take a hold on.
How do you overcome that?
Easy. You bob the bed, bro.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to say it, but you did.
You bob the bed. There's already a glue joint right there. I could probably make it fixed.
Chris says, looks like you would go down the rabbit hole he's in.
Yeah, see, it's wrong.
Yep. Yeah, bobbing the bed would probably be the only way to go about it.
A lot.
Yeah.
I just reprint the bed.
Nah. Chris says, time to extend the chassis.
I will never. Nope. Never. I mean, I'm a masochist, but even I have my limits to the self-abuse I will inflict upon myself.
Have you got all those Jimny chassis used?
Yeah, I mean, I can steal the golden nugget one for something.
So you got the Golden Nugget. You got that's Jimny chassis that the Travelall's on, right?
Yeah.
That you just had out. You got Jimny chassis on the Winnebago.
And this.
I thought that was base camp. Oh, that's a Jimny chassis too. Holy smokes. Yeah, you got a few.
Yeah, the golden nugget, the Winnebago, Travelall, Trimmer's truck, and basically the FJ40 and the mash tin.
Yeah, I forgot about those two.
Because I lease sprung them. But the golden nugget is the one that I would strip to do. And dude, that 55 is so far off that it's like I might as well not even.
Right.
I need to print that one different. I was cheap about the way I printed the filaments, and there's so much work to do on that one to finish it.
Yep.
I could reprint the bed though, and it still look okay if I kept the width the same.
What do you think about these tires that I got on here, bro? Think those are good enough?
Those old school Wranglers?
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes I like those smaller ones, you know, not the 419s or not the 475s, but the 419s.
Yep.
On this stuff, like my Travelall's got 419s on it, and then my Land Rover has the 398s.
These are gonna be, dude. This thing's gonna be legit, Broseph. Look at this.
What are you gonna do for that bumper bullshit in the front where the cross member's too long?
That's a loaded question. Don't ask yet.
Let me see it.
Don't ask.
I
Don't
already
ask.
know. Turn it some. The light's awful. Bro, I know you don't want to hear it, but I cut mine off.
Yeah, I don't want to cut mine off, bro.
I cut a notch in it. So I didn't cut it off all the way.
Did you cut off the chassis part or this?
The chassis.
Oh man, no, I don't want to do
I've notched them so the body fits in it.
There, can you see it better now? That's what I'm working against, bro.
How much of that hanging off is chassis rail? Or is it just the deck?
It's
all right, man. Listen.
It's deck and chassis rail. The chassis rail's right up here to the front point of that deck.
Turn it sideways again.
Because the other problem is I have the leaf springs up here too. Look.
Yeah, I know. Here's what you do. Yeah, I've cut those, dude. I
mean, I guess I will, but
yeah, bro, there's a lot you can do there. I've cut the front of my chassis, dude, to make it work. I don't recommend it if you can avoid it. I've moved those up a bolt too. Like if you move the whole axle up a hole on your mounts and your shackles, then you can just cut off what's sticking out. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So you'll lose the top front hole of the mount, but
I already did that. I think. I'm looking.
I don't think so.
No, I have.
Let me see.
I'm trying to see if. Yeah, it's all right. Move forward. It's all right. Move forward
on the leaves.
Yeah. The mount.
What I'm talking about is the not where they mount to the axle. I'm talking about where the leaves mount to the chassis. Those mounts.
Oh, these on the side.
Yeah. So if you scooted that up one bolt hole, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, on the chassis. Yep.
Yeah. Then you lose that front hole mount, but you can cut it off, and you have to slide the back one up too. But there's enough drive shaft to do it. I've had to do all kinds of stuff on those, dude.
I might have to do that in order to make that work. Yep.
Well, because then you get the reason is you get to put the body somewhere where it's not floating.
But you know what, bro? It's going to be really close. Bro, it's going to be, man, I'm probably going to have to do that because I'm really close.
Here's the real question. What do you like? Let me see the side. Do you like the ride height right there?
Yep, sure do.
Then you can make it work with what you got. The bumper can cover that crap up.
Dude, worst case, I mount the bumper right to the front of this.
Exactly.
That's what I'll do.
If you're going to have to leave it, use it.
Yep, exactly. Sorry, dog's going nuts. Just saw a possum go running by the window.
Oh, my.
Living on the water, man. It's good times. But yeah, dude, that's what I'll do. I'll just mount the bumper right to these flat spots right here. Yep. To the face of it.
And there's things that you can do on the back side to receive the body also.
Yeah. I'll mount that bumper right to this. Yep. Because I think once I put this body on here, it's gonna just live here. You know, we talk about that. It's like I don't want to take it off. like your 1/10 scale stuff, some of the stuff, we're just gonna let it live.
Man, you can beef up something behind the bumper on the body, and that somehow also with the grill,
Yep.
and drill your own holes and use body pins in it
Yep. I'm gonna have to.
through that deck. And then you can leave it all together if you want, but you pull 2 body pins and you can get that body off.
Yep. You're talking about right down and through here,
Yes.
right on the back side of this.
Yep.
Yep. Absolutely. That's what it'll be. Here we
It
are.
doesn't have to be fancy, bro. I've made a few of those things now where it's like you just need a rectangle that gets you up to the roof and get you down to the cross member, and then put a negative rectangle in there, kind of down low, so you got enough room to either sink blind nuts or thread through body posts.
Yep.
Those
Yep.
little bolts, those little bolts I use are fantastic, dude.
Dude, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Because
Exactly
you
what
can
I'm gonna
sink
do.
those bolts in to the plastic. You just heat them up and pull them in.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty clean.
Yep. That's what it's gonna be. Well, at least for this one. And like I said, I'm gonna leave you moron. I'm gonna leave this body on this chassis. Yep.
I
It'll
mean,
live
that's
on
the
there.
thing, dude. Everything that I've made will come off.
Yep.
Now, Dad's truck is definitely Dad's truck. That one wasn't made to come off. But bro, all the rest of them, even the Willie's wagon and the travel all here can come off. Now, the Willie's wagon, I did some tricks on the suspension to make it work. So I already know if I decide to do something else on that Willie's wagon,
Yep.
that I'm going to probably be bringing it back down. But and I did some stuff with the suspension and the links and the distances on that Rover and the Willys. The Willys is a perfect wintertime truck, though. It does crawl really good, especially trail,
It flies through the snow good.
but it is so top heavy.
Yep. I love running these trucks in the snow. So fun.
I feel like I need to finish off that Willys. Like it still needs a couple windows in it and some windshield wipers, and that's one I never did any. I didn't sand a damn thing on that one. It just printed off good. Like that Willys was one of the first ones I printed off.
Yeah.
My first
One of the first ones you
truck.
did with the bamboo.
Total. Yeah.
Yep.
That and the travel all. And the way I had to cut that wagon to work, it gave me the fidelity. Like it was all pretty good. It had me spoiled, thinking that everything was going to be as good.
Well, and the Land Rovers are actually pretty easy to work with too, honestly. They go together well. You don't have to do a whole. I mean, granted, now if I was going to do another one, I think the Bondo paste would definitely work wonders there. But every one of them that we've done, we've never used that Bondo paste or Bondo or primer or anything. Just
With
painted.
all of the details that were on that, and that was my first one, there was no way I was going to
Bro, I am totally gonna go
do it.
through. Let me turn it. This hole and that hole to mount the back.
Hello.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Yes. It's already there in countersunk.
That's what I'm gonna do.
You've got 4 opportunities right there you could use.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna use these two that I pointed out.
Use those 2 that are right up under the bed. I mean, is the best thing.
Yep.
Unless you have to space it out anyway, and then at that case, maybe the other way.
And the other thing is that I could do probably is put the nuts between the bottom of the bed and the top of that cross member so that I wouldn't even have to go and just somehow maybe just melt those into the plastic where they need to be, and then just put a little bit of CA around them, and just run the screws right up into the nuts and be done. So it doesn't even protrude through the bed.
That works too. Now, what you lose is now you're 100% the glue joint or whatever that is you put it in at the bottom.
Yeah, for holding it in
You
place.
go through it, you're sandwiching it
Right.
all together.
Right.
It's a little stronger if you go all the way through, but it's probably fine if you don't. Here's the deal. If it breaks, use longer screws next time, put a bolt on top. You wouldn't even have to really redo much. You just drill the hole through the floor. Honestly, when you have these things built, seeing 2 bolts in the back, dude,
Don't mean anything.
has it ever bothered you when you
No.
saw 2 bolts in the back of mine?
No.
Not when you know what you got, dude. These shits are bolted down, man. Jumping ramps.
Right. All right. Yep. That's probably actually, now I think about it. Yeah, I'll go through those too. Maybe I will. I'll just go all the way through the damn bed. Who cares?
I mean, you can always make the hole a little bigger and come through the top with body posts and do pins on the bottom or whatever, and then it's not bolts. It's, I mean, I'm using these things. It's it. It's Phillips, and there's a bunch of nuts on one.
Was that like a number 8 or 10 bolt? Probably.
I'll tell you.
I got some of them. I got some of those out in the garage.
Yeah,
Number 10.
number 8.
Yep.
And man, I've overkill. They're 2 inches, but I can cut them.
Yeah, you can.
And also, man, the 2 inchers, they get me through the back of the seat.
Yep.
Like when I'm doing the beds and the cabs,
Yep.
I can get through the seat and the bed wall and the cab wall and still have thread.
Extra.
You can always cut them off.
Yep. Cool. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll just hard mount this one on.
Man, you're making me want to put one on Jimny now.
Let's go, bro.
But I want to be able to crawl it, dude. I already got one that looks too nice to beat on.
What's too nice to beat on?
My Scout.
Well, that's where you take that body off of that chassis and set it up on the shelf so you can be like, look what I did. Look what I've made.
I know. I like them on their wheels, though.
And then you can pull it down on special occasions to run it like I do with my black stupid bug truck that I love so much. And then build one of these, bro, and put it on one of these. And then we can go out and bash 1/10 scale again.
Well, if that's the case, I'll just leave that one on what it is.
Well, then do that.
We could bash leaf springs, though. It's cool.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking, like, yeah, dude, I do not need scale bumpers and stuff. Like,
bro, what you need is this thing looks like shit because it got into, I think, one of my Blazer bodies and melded some of the plastic onto it.
So,
but dude, that drive shaft, that Endura drive shaft from the motor to the transmission is the way to go on those.
Is that slipper loose? That
No.
looks loose.
No.
The nut and the spring.
It's not loose. Not at all. Not at all. I drove this today. I took it outside, drove it around, and it's fine.
You'll know when you get in the power if it seems to lag or whines.
Might have to tighten it up some.
Yeah, it's right there. It's just that nut and that spring.
Yeah. Yep. No, that spring it's compressed.
Let me see.
Good. Huh?
No, let me see.
Yeah, it is. It's compressed, bro.
Yeah.
It's compressed. It's fine.
Okay.
It's built international Ford tough.
I still want to. I mean, man, I don't feel like I ever got a good on this.
Chris, he's on board. He's like, man, now you want me to not go get a 1.6 scale Jimmy?
Bro, Chris, that's the build off. Let's just do it. I just got to come up with some name down the stupid side, bro. But hey, that Jimny is the best kept leaf sprung chassis in the game.
Dude, they're so easy to work on. There's nothing to them.
We have beat on ours, bro. And my FJ40 is basically the Jimny. I did the leaf spring mod. That truck has pulled a trailer more than it has actually run by itself, and it's still holding up. People talk all kinds of trash about that thing. We changed the power systems out. We swapped the axles.
Did we lose Ryan? Do you guys still hear me, or did we lose it? Did we just lose Ryan? Looks like Ryan, he froze up. He's all. Yeah, his computer's sick too. Let's see if he comes back on. Yep, Francis, I'm in solo, man. Solo mode. We'll see if he comes back on. But yeah, Chris, you need to get one of these. Best kept secret for sure. And for the price, Christ, man, you can't beat it. Get yourself another 3D body going and throw it on there. Well, I might text him and see what's going on. All right, guys. Well, I don't know if he's coming back or not, but I'm probably going to get out of here. We usually get done about 9 o'clock anyways, and I know our friends over at Scale Builders Guild's coming on, so we'll go pick up with what they're doing. And oh yeah, mini crawler man, yeah, I picked mine up for 140 brand new. Yeah, it's crazy how cheap these are, and they're easy to work on and bulletproof. Best kept secret, like Ryan says. So, all right, guys, cool. Well, I'm gonna blast off out of here, seeing as how he froze up and went away, and it's 9 o'clock, and it's time to roll. So, thanks everybody for coming by tonight and hanging out with us and talking about cars and the planes. And Ryan's such a plethora of information with this stuff, so it's always nice to be able to hear him talk about all the ins and outs of the particulars of some of this stuff. So, all right, guys. So I will catch you guys later, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Have a good evening, guys.